In this video we want to look at some of the other cloning tools as well as the red eye tool. I'm moving a couple of tools above the original cloning tool to this here, and we've got the spot healing, the healing brush, the patch tool, and the red eye tool. Let's start with the healing brush tool. It works similar to the old clone stamp tool in that what we do is you option click an area that you want to clone from, and then when you go to the area that you want and you clone, what it does that's different is at first it looks like it's just going to do the same thing, but then when you let go of the mouse it will actually blend the two areas together. For instance, I'm going to go and I'll pull up the dune image, and we can see remember the original cloning stamp tool, the cloning tool, we option click and it simply replaces all of the material here. Now it's true we can go up to our options bar and lower the opacity, etc. But basically it replaces the information. With this new tool, it literally will sample this area that I choose here, and when I go to another area to put it there, it looks like it's going to do the same thing, but when I let go of the mouse you'll briefly see the usually the little clock, and then you will see it blend together like so. And if we were to look close, what you would see here is it's got pretty much the same color as the sky, of course, but it has the texture of this dune area down here up in the sky. So for faces and for fabric and things that are really, you got to be really careful to get a good match, this tool does a heck of a nice job of in fact combining the old with the original with the cloning information to create a nice combination thereof. I'm going to go back to the old image and then let's take a look at the next tool, the spot healing brush. Now what the spot healing brush does is it samples the pixels around the area that it's going to fix, meaning in this case the little white circle. So you don't have to option click and then go someplace. You literally just click the tool, and what it did was it looked at the colors of the pixels right outside the little white circle of the tool and put them in the center. So in many cases where you've got little blemishes and things, you can just come and just click it, and it does a heck of a nice job of fixing those things and very easily and quickly doing it effectively, because you're already in an area where quite possibly the lighting, etc., and the texture is the same and is similar, and so you don't have to worry about matching it up because it just pulls from right around it. So there you can see it can do a terrific job of fixing things very quickly and easily. The next tool that we're going to look at is the patch tool, and the patch tool also is a tool that combines different areas of an image. I'll go back to the dune, and with the patch tool it has built into it sort of like one of the selection tools, the lasso selection tool, because what you do is you click and you drag an area that you want to clone or duplicate and or combine really with another area. And so then I'm going to click my mouse, the mouse is inside that area, and take it up to another part of the image. Now when I let go of this, it is going to combine the dune image and the sky image. What you need to be aware of is I can have it combined in either location, back down on the dune, down here, or up in the sky. And what determines that is what you choose in the little options bar. Remember, the options bar has tools that affect how things behave. So in this case, you may be able to see it. I chose part of the dune, dragged it up to the sky, and here again I have primarily the color of the sky, but I have the texture of the dune right there. And the first place down here, that is the source. Where I dragged it to is what's called the destination. And where it combines the two surfaces or two areas will be determined by which button I chose before doing this execution. So here I said destination, which was up in the sky, so that's where it combined the two areas. I'm going to go ahead and change it and say do the source, and I'll undo this. And now I'm going to drag it up to the sky, but it's going to come back down and in the end be combined here in the dune area, because this is the source. This is where I started from. So I go up and you see I grab the sky area, and when I let go it gets combined back down here. And again, what I have is primarily the color of the dune, but I have the texture and of the sky blended in to this area. And that's how that thing works. The the other tool that's here is the red eye tool, and we know we all often have that problem when we take photographs of people with a flash. And so the red eye tool also like the spot healing tool picks up the pixels around the pupil. So what you do is you generally take the tool, you put it on the pupil. Let me make a change here because this is not a okay, I'm in a color mode. You generally put the tool on top of the eyeball. I realize this is not a color photograph, and you simply click it, and it will sample the pixels right around this little crosshair of the tool and put them in place of the red area, and that usually will take care of the problem. Even on this black and white image, when I click it a couple of times, it darkens that black area in the center a little bit. And you also, once again, in the options bar up above, the options bar, you can see I can adjust the pupil size, the area, and the darkening amount can also be adjusted, and so that will change how the red eye tool behaves. But you know, a lot of the time you don't have to mess with that. You just come here, put it on top of that little red area, and just click it once or twice, and just be careful that it doesn't distort or do something a little odd about the eyes that makes it obvious that you went in and fixed it and altered it. Remember, what we're trying to do here is make sure that things look realistic and natural and don't obviously look edited.